the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Big Baby's promoter, Dmitry Salita. Talk to us a little bit about, obviously, Worlds Collide. A lot of us thought Big Baby might have been the headline. There was rumors that he was going to headline with Arthur Szpilka. Was that ultimately what caused him not to be the main event?
Yeah, so we had plans for Jarrell to fight Arthur Szpilka, but unfortunately that fight fell out. Thomas Adamek fell in because it makes sense for this card, it makes sense for Chicago with the big Polish community, and then his slot got shifted. But it's still good. Jarrell's still getting in the ring, staying very busy, playing on the quality guy. I know there's been some criticism of Jarrell fighting a guy like Adamek. Adamek is a very experienced world champion. It takes a special kind of a guy, physically and mentally, to be able to be as successful as he's been for such a long period of time. It's someone that Jarrell has to take seriously and prepare for very well. But like I said at the podium, when Jarrell fights Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, I feel that he's the best heavyweight in the world. So it'll make a difference. Thomas is going to be a guy to get the wrath of Big Baby.
Mm-hmm. So did it take any convincing when he found out no more Arthur Szpilka, it's Adamek? Was he upset, or was it another day at the office?
Well, Jarrell wants to fight the best. I believe that he's shown that over the last year. Fighting tough, last 3 fights being against tough guys, top guys. He's the mandatory for the win of Charles Kenneth for the WBA regular title. So the fact that he was going to fight to begin with and kind of, risk that position, obviously, every time you get in the ring is a risk, is a big step for him. But he wanted to stay busy. He wanted to stay sharp. He wanted to fight. As soon as they offered Arthur Szpilka, he said yes to Arthur Szpilka. As soon as they offered Adamek, he said yes to the first names. So as a fighter, he did what he had to do. Now we have 2 months, so I'm sure that he's going to prepare himself and look great.
So is there any worries as the promoter? I mean, he gets on the podium, he's talking about pizza, he's talking about cheeseburgers. Factoring in that Adamek isn't what he wanted, and it's a guy that people are criticizing, feel like he's a little past his prime. Are you sure Big Baby's going to come in 100%?
So, it's always, saying from experience, it's our human nature to underestimate people and to cut corners and to not wake up in the morning and to eat an extra meal and do all that type of stuff. Consistency speaks. Jarrell's been consistent and has been doing a great job on a high level. Obviously, there's always a risk of taking somebody lightly and not doing what you have to do. But Jarrell and I talked about this, and with him and his trainers, so he feels responsible to put on a great performance, and he understands that the stakes are high, that he has a lot riding on this fight. There's going to be lots of great opportunities as a result of this win, and obviously the more impressive, the more opportunities and the greater they will be. So, he was supposed to go back to Belize because that's where he came from, but he will actually change his flight to go back to New York City to start his camp tomorrow. And I feel he's going to be a very prepared and focused Big Baby on October 6th. And I think he's going to take care of business in a spectacular way against Thomas Adamek.
Obviously, as his promoter, you're in the know. He's been on Showtime. He's a known commodity and HBO and one that people want. So how did the decision ultimately land on DAZN? Because HBO tried him out, Showtime tried him out. They obviously had interest. What was the mitigating factor? Because look, everyone wants to believe this is the future because millennials, we use our phones, we cut the cable, the cord on cable. So maybe this is the future in a few years. But for your fighter, he's not Anthony Joshua. He's not Deontay Wilder. He wanted to be that, but now he's being pulled from primetime television. Do you feel, as the promoter, he's still going to get that popularity, that notoriety, even on an app, which we don't know the viewership numbers to?
Right. So, those are obviously all very valid questions, and I feel that Jarrell is a very rare blend of talent and charisma, and being able to talk the way that he talks. He doesn't take speaking classes. That's just the way he is naturally, all the time. and it's great for boxing, and it's great for the sport of boxing, and it's great for the heavyweight division. You know, Jarrell's ultimate goal is to fight for the world heavyweight title, and to fight Anthony Joshua particularly. And you know, there's lots of different thoughts and details go into a business decision, and Jarrell is a partner of mine, and everything, he knows all the information, he has everything, all the offers, and everything that's available is on the table to him, and we make the decision together, kind of by weighing the benefits and whatnot. And you know, so ultimately this was Jarrell's decision to make, and I think it's a great decision. You know, working with Eddie Hearn in the matchroom so far, you know, this is our third show. We've managed 2 shows for him in New York City that he did, so we really got a chance to know, you know, Eddie and really all of his staff. So great guys, young guys, millennials, you know, all hardworking, and it's really been a great experience. And obviously, most importantly, Eddie has Anthony Joshua, and you saw the commotion that happened in New York City just a couple of weeks ago, and those guys weren't even fighting each other, but it seems like that the media, you know, most focus of the media was on Jarrell and Anthony Joshua getting it on, you know. So I feel that fight has a tremendous amount of potential. I feel it's a fight that Jarrell wins. I feel that Jarrell being from the United States and Anthony being from England, that'll truly be worlds collide, you know what I mean? So, and obviously, you know, we don't know when the Deontay Wilder fight is going to happen. And you know, for all those involved, I think Jarrell makes a lot of sense to be the next guy in line. So that's why it's so important for Jarrell to look spectacular against anyone he fights, and stay busy, and to win a world title hopefully before he gets in the ring with Anthony Joshua. So, you know, it was a calculated decision, and you know, all of us gave our thoughts and opinions of it. And you know, Showtime has been great to Jarrell. Have been great to work with.
But they couldn't compete though.
Have given Jarrell great opportunities, and HBO has been great to work with as well. You know, shorter.
Did they make an offer?
Shorter time than Showtime, but you know, but obviously the goal is to go where the heavyweight champ is. I mean, Deontay Wilder is a heavyweight champ too, but Jarrell's heart and desire is to fight Anthony Joshua.
More titles over there.
Yeah, so you know, that was a decision, and we are assured by Eddie and by the matchroom team that the exposure will be sufficient. Based on everything that's happened, I have to believe it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely looking that way. I would like to segue into Wilder since you brought him up. You know, you overheard me talking to Eddie. For a couple of weeks, he was skeptical about Wilder Fury, but now he feels that it may happen. He says he's heard from good sources it's 99%. Then he's heard they've offered Fury $10 million. As a promoter, if Fury was your guy, would you let him go after Wilder after 2 tune-up fights with Stefan Safara and Pinata, whoever he's fighting?
I do want to say, just want to comment a little bit on the previous question. You know, actually talking about Anthony Joshua, our plan, something that we discussed, was for Jarrell, and I think even discussed with the media, was that after the April fight was for Jarrell to fight Anthony Joshua, probably in the United States, and that's when the Deontay Wilder beef and all that stuff started to happen. Then, so Jarrell kind of, you know, disappeared.
Yeah,
from the
because
stage.
he was mentioned for August.
For August, correct.
August U.S. debut this year.
Yes.
And then plans switch because of the mandatory with the WBA and Povetkin.
So right, but we had some real discussions about that fight taking place. So we kind of tasted it, you know what I mean? And Jarrell tasted it. So he really wants to eat it, you know what I mean?
Tasted that initial offer, huh?
You know what I mean? So,
what is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingvoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.